Okay, hello everybody and welcome back to the Grateful Purpose podcast, live from Soho, New York. Today I'm joined by my gorgeous friend Paige. Paige, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, hello, my name is Paige. I actually am from Minnesota and I moved to New York about 5 years ago, and it was honestly the best decision of my entire life, and I think about it every single day about how this decision impacted me so deeply. But what I do every single day, I currently work in sales at a fashion company, but I also own a bikini brand. And the basis behind the bikini brand is sustainability and also inclusivity and all the good stuff. I love to just support women in particular and just leave a positive impact on the world.
Incredible. I love it. And honestly, that's one of the reasons I actually started following you on TikTok, because you post these really cute, like aesthetic, just like motivational posts of just like the best energy. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Of course. I love it. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I have to follow her on Instagram. And then, I saw you had your line, which is so incredible. And I thought the cutest thing when you walked in giving me a little goodie bag and I gave you my little.
Yes, it was so perfect.
I love it. I think you're doing such incredible things, and
Thank you.
It's so important these days with the fashion industry being the way it is. You really want that inclusivity and you want to have diversity, and I think your brand just does that, especially like the cutest swimwear. Like, I know you're launching like super soon, right?
Yeah, we're launching a new collection in the next couple months. I'm really excited to do the marketing campaign.
Yeah, it's gonna be really, really
Yes.
cute. I'm excited. I can't wait to see all the content.
Yes.
It's gonna be adorable. I'm so excited, and I think it's incredible because you're also a full-time content creator. You're doing that. You're constantly uploading perfect, like the cutest content ever.
Yes.
And then it's so much like owning a business, and then you're working a full-time job. Like, you're a boss babe. I love it.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Of course.
Yeah, I recently started doing a new TikTok page called Paige Be in the City.
Yes.
And that is where I'm really trying to just put out positive content, because I realize the more positivity you put out into the world, the more you will receive. I used to not always be this way. I used to be like not always positive, posting different things. I don't know, like not hateful things, but just not the most positive content. And then I was getting hate comments, so I'm like, what is going on? But I realized it's like whatever you put out into the world, you will get back. So I'm just like wanting to promote like motivational content and stuff like that. It's way more fun for me too.
Yeah, no, truly. It really is like what you put out into the universe. I always say that. It's like, especially, that's why I love like journaling, and just when it comes to who I'm following, I think I love your page too, because it's like, especially that Page in the City page, that I think is so cute, because it's reminds you, and I think I repost that like every single day. I'm like, you know what, like I want especially my followers and just like the community I've built to know, like, yes, sometimes life is lifing a little too hard, and you have to focus on the positive as much as it's easy to focus on the negative and just go down that negative route. But I think it's so awesome to just have that positivity, and just you can see how far you've come with that. So I love it.
Thank you. It's so much fun for me.
I love it, and that's the way to go. And I think with that we can go into our next question of, you're a full-time content creator, you're working full-time, and you have your own business. If tomorrow there was a TikTok ban on your career, what would your backup plan be?
That is a great question. I think that if TikTok were to go away, which it might, I would definitely stay with the fashion industry, but marketing is not going to go away in general, so there's other ways you can go about that. But TikTok is such a big part of my life, and along with a lot of my friends, and it's a lot of fun. I love that it brings such a community to people. But if it were to go away, I think that'd be so sad. But I think my plan would just be to just keep going on other platforms, like YouTube is such a great outlet also. So I don't know. That's such a hard question. What would you do?
I know. No, I agree. I think especially now, I mean, I never really took TikTok very seriously. I was always like an Instagram girly. But I mean, I hit like 10,000 likes and I felt like Alex Earl.
Yes, we do.
Like, I was just like, oh my gosh, wait, this is so cool. And the most random videos of like, I did like a hotel little vlog of my room for Fashion Week last February, and it's at like almost 20,000 views.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
wow.
like, I don't know, but I think honestly I would be in the same route of, you know, I would focus on another platform, because that's the thing with content creation that's kind of hard, is we're already, you know, balancing posting on Instagram and then posting on TikTok, and then everybody has really said the universal thing of there's different communities on each platform. Like,
right.
You know, like Instagram, I feel like we're always posting our little OOTDs, and then with TikTok, I feel like you could be as like vulnerable, or just like, here's, I don't know, Soho in the new Aritzia like photo booth.
Yeah, you can literally post anything on TikTok.
Yeah. No, truly. I think that's incredible, because I think with fashion and having the right mindset like you do, of having that inclusivity and that, it really makes your brand stand out so much, and I really love that so much.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like marketing is like, you have to adjust and go with the times. Everything is always changing. So if something were to go away, you just like pick up somewhere else and you keep going.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think that's kind of the beauty of it, because I know I started my content creation journey back in 2013, and I was like, oh my God, Jaclyn Hill. And like, you know, I want to do makeup and everything, and then just seeing it all evolve now, especially into like YouTube shorts and everything, I'm like, wow, that's something crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I love it. I think it's incredible, and I think honestly that would be a good backup plan, because also like just the fashion industry isn't going anywhere either. We all have to wear cute bikinis down the shore this summer.
Exactly. Sustainable ones too.
Absolutely. And I think that's so unique, because I haven't heard of that.
Yeah. All of my suits are made out of ocean waste, which is really cool. Yeah, all of the suits are made from ocean waste, which is like I have people that go onto the shores and they pick up plastic bottles or old fish netting, and they make it into fabric, which is really cool. And then from there, I start designing on whatever color I want to go for the season.
I love that. I think that's so unique, and because I really can't think of any brands that do that in general, like not just bikinis, but especially in the summer, because we're all always getting new bikinis for new vacations and all throughout the year. So I think that makes such like a positive impact on the environment, but also just like on a clothing brand to really just make that much of an impact. I love it.
Yeah. It all started when I was like in my master's degree, and I did a whole report about sustainability and how the fashion industry is like number 3 worst industries.
Wow.
Yeah, for sustainability and waste. And from there I was just obsessed. I was like, okay, well, what can we do about this? So I started this brand, and now we're donating a portion of proceeds to turtle relief, because I grew up like loving turtles. I have a weird obsession with turtles.
Oh, that's so cute. Wait, I love that. I think that's actually so adorable, and that takes a lot of like business planning. I know as a business owner too, it's like, you know, making sure that you're obviously like breaking even, paying employees, doing all of that, but then really giving back. And I love turtles. Like I think they're so cute. And I think it's also just so awesome, because now it's like the environment, but also the sea life, because I know with the global warming and all the things going on in the world, it's sometimes people just also never remember that, but it's always great to be reminded when, you know, you're shopping for cute clothes.
Exactly.
I love it. I think that's honestly so amazing, and I think just the impact you're making both from social media, but then you're also, I love it because you have that purpose and you have really that drive in you, and especially having it with positivity, it's just a recipe for success.
Yes, I agree.
That's incredible. I love it, you know, and I think it's a lot to, you know, juggle both full-time job, full-time content creator, and then full-time business owner doing incredible things, we can go right into the next question of how do you deal with your mental health on a daily basis?
Wow, that is also a very great question, because I used to struggle with mental health when I was younger. I within the last couple years, just got a handle of like what I need to do in order to have really good mental health and wake up every day on a good note. I would say the things that I do consistently is journaling. That is like probably my number one. And I tell everyone that I love, you need to start journaling, because that's really how you get to know yourself on a deep level and get to know who you are and what's going on inside of your brain. Because sometimes you have thoughts and you don't know how to explain them, and you don't know why you're thinking them, and just writing it down just makes you understand yourself a lot more. That is definitely like one huge aspect. Another thing is just like finding little hobbies that I like to do, like biking or going to Pilates, usually things that move my body, but like finding little hobbies that don't have to do with like business or monetizing or like really using your brain a lot, because I always have this theory that if you move your body, it's good for your brain, but if you use your brain, it's also good for your body. So it's like if you move your body, you're just like, your mental is going to be so much better. Those are like the two main things that I need to do on a daily basis to like really have good mental health. When I don't do them, I like can definitely tell when things are going awry, you know?
Yeah. No, truly. And I love journaling, but I especially love the point you brought up about, sometimes it's hard to describe certain things to people. Like I have like 4 different notebooks for just like all my different business ventures and just like ideas, because I feel like the best way to just get your thoughts out is by journaling.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because you never know, especially at like, I don't know about you, I know you're a business owner too, so like random like parts throughout the night, like I will just think of all these random ideas.
Yeah, it's so random. Like I'll wake up in the middle of the night and be like, I need to write this down so I don't forget by the morning. Yeah.
No, truly, it's wild, because I feel like those random ideas at 3 a.m. are like not just like the money makers, but like they really will take you so far and get you connected with so many other people. Because I know within the fashion industry, I think I've been to like 5 or 6 fashion weeks, and the only way I stay sane is by writing out all my thoughts, and I'm like, okay, this is what I'm gonna wear to this and that. And then I think, and I'm sure you've gone to so many fashion weeks too, being in the industry, that like as the seasons go on, you kind of are like, okay, I'm gonna go to this because I love the designer, I made a friendship with the designer, or I love their sustainability and stuff like that. But then you also have to, that's why on the tote it says know your worth and add tax, because I think it's so important to get your mental health in check. Like you said, it's like if you don't have that in check and you don't write those things out, it can lead to not great thoughts.
Exactly. You really have to know what's going on in your brain. When you have so much going on in your life, you have to know exactly like what you're thinking and what these ideas mean and all that stuff. It's really good to journal.
Yeah, no, truly. And then on top of that, with moving your body, I love what you said though, even like moving your mind and thinking on a daily basis, that's such a beautiful saying.
Yes.
I love that. I think it's awesome because, yeah, I mean, obviously on the daily, we all have to hit our like 10K steps and chug our Stanley and, do the just girly thing.
Yeah. The girls that say that, they're right though. All the health and wellness girlies, they're like, eat your greens and drink your water and move your body. They're right. I hate that they're right, because it's like hard to do all those things and remember all of that. But then like if you do those things, you feel so good.
Yeah, no, you truly, I know. I hate that they're right, because it's the worst, especially you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh my God, I don't want to waste like 5 minutes filling this up. And then, but I swear solid core and Pilates, gosh,
it's so hard, but it's like so good for you.
Oh my gosh, you will catch me struggling every Tuesday and Thursday, but yes, I'm gonna go. And I think that's the other fun part, because especially around like the spring and summertime, like it's always fun to like go with your friends, and then you can go like just go for like a walk after and just I don't know, this and yap, but like workout edition.
Yeah, exactly. It's always fun to like find little activities that you and your friends like to do. A lot of my friends don't like to work out, so it's like hard. But I'm like, let's go for a walk.
Yeah, no, I think going for a walk is honestly, and living in the city, I mean, I know if I lived anywhere, it would be in Soho, because I could just retail therapy it up.
Exactly.
I love it. And I know we're literally filming right next to the new Princess Polly store.
Yes, we're going there after.
We have to. Oh my gosh, it's like a must. Side note, did you see the opening day, the lineup?
No, I did not. Okay. Was it outrageous?
Yeah, I was doing content. I was gonna go, but then I'm like, we're literally going in like a few days after. It was 8 blocks just wrapped.
No way.
Like,
I believe that.
It was crazy. It was past Canal. I was like,
I wonder if they're gonna have any cute clothes left.
Cross our fingers. I know they have a photo booth, so
we have to do that.
I know, I'm excited. And even like the Aritzia and everything. And honestly, that's what I was doing. I literally hopped off the train this morning. I like parked my car, did everything, and I was just lugging my suitcase everywhere. I was like, but I need this. And there's a real Mac store.
Would you ever move here?
100%.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I have to, because you know, I lived in Philly since my undergrad, because I went to Drexel and I did my undergrad there, and then I was there. But Philly, I love Philly and will never knock it, but there's just something magical, as cheesy as it sounds, about New York.
No, you're right. There's like an energy to New York that is nowhere else in the world.
No, I mean, especially like, it's just, you have to know the area. And obviously, like, I think that's the fun part of social media, is like, I think I have a friend, if not 2 friends, in every borough.
Yeah, exactly. That's the cool thing about social media. There's like such great community involved with it. Like, I met half of my friends that I know in New York from social media, from TikTok.
Yeah, no, literally same here. It's been, and I think that's the fun part too, because like, it's crazy making friends post-COVID in your 20s, and you're like, what is life? And you're going through all of these, you know, things in life. And I think that's the fun part, is like Fashion Week, you get to meet them in person. I always say it's like a mini reunion. But then like, just through like social media in general, I know like I just reached out to you through DMs. I was just like, hey, you want to come on my podcast?
Yes. So I was like, immediately yes.
Immediately yes, because it's like, that's actually the funnest thing, because last year when I did this series in May, I met 31 new people that it was crazy. And this year again, I'm doing 31 different guests for this series.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
But it's been so fun, because it's like I'm meeting friends, but then it's even funner because I'll be like, okay, who are they mutuals with, so that I can know like, okay, you're cool, I can trust these people too.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It's so fun, especially like when I first moved to New York, I didn't know one person. I didn't know anybody in New York. So I really had to try really hard to network and try to find different people to hang out with. So now I have like this really cute family here in New York, and it just feels like home.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that so much. And I think I love that you're saying family too, because you know, especially living in the city on your own, it gets very lonely. I know, like, how do you kind of deal with even the loneliness? Yeah,
it gets very lonely in New York, especially like living alone. I live in a studio completely by myself. I have since I moved to New York. So not feeling lonely is a lot to like getting out of your apartment, like just talking to random people. I know it's weird, but like complimenting strangers, that is a great way to meet people too. I don't know. It's hard to feel lonely when you're like happy with yourself and you're like content in life. I used to be so lonely and I felt like there's a million friends and people around me, but I was still feeling lonely. But now I'm like content and I'm like happy with my life and I don't really feel lonely.
Yeah, no, I love that. And that journey alone of going through like realizing who's your friend, who's your content friend, all of that, like that, just like those little epiphanies, I call them, because you're realizing like, oh my gosh, okay, like I can't share certain things with certain friends, but other ones, we could just sit on our phones for hours just scrolling, and it's like, that's peaceful. And that's like true, like just happiness.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, I love it. And I think especially going out of your comfort zone, like I've complimented so many girls just like around Soho in the last like couple weeks of doing that. We'll give each other Instagrams and we have like 50 mutual followers.
Yeah, that's crazy. See, like the smallest thing can lead to something really amazing, and it's so easy to go out of your way to compliment somebody. It's like the easiest thing in the world to be kind, you know, in such a hateful world, and you see so much drama going out, like outside in the city, and there's this and that happening. It takes like 1 second of your day to literally just compliment somebody.
No, truly. It takes 1 second to just be, I also just think it's easier to be kind than to really just like be a bitch, you know? And I think
Literally.
it's hard in this industry. I think sometimes people have like this persona online and you're kind of like intimidated. And then I've met so many of my friends in person that I'm like, oh my gosh, like, how is it gonna go? And like our first hangout, and now we're literally like, I know I'm going to be bridesmaids for some of them and they're gonna be mine. Like it's so incredible because it all starts with you posting the content, but then I love meeting people like in real life.
Yes, yeah.
Especially since COVID, it's been wild.
It's kind of scary though at first when you're like first meeting people, but then it's like you put yourself out there and you're like, this is who I am, and you know, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, no, truly. You really just have to like go for it. I think, you know, I'm sure through your whole journey of like being your own boss, but also, you know, you're hiring models, you're working with so many just different people that I feel like you like grow in a different way.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like there's so many people around all the time. Where were we?
We were talking about, you know, like going out of your comfort zone and everything. Yeah.
Definitely being in New York, I don't think there's any like comfort. You know, you cannot just sit in your apartment and think you're gonna have just like this magical life. You have to put yourself out there constantly on a daily basis if you want to live like this extravagant, beautiful life that's full of success and happiness. You have to do things way out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, no, truly. I think I always say this to people. I always say, like, you know, being a New Yorker is a full-time job in itself because, I mean, just in general, obviously, yeah, like you said, like the safety, the chaos, the, you know, everything that's kind of going on and whatnot, it gets, like, scary because you already have to think about the way, you know, okay, do I have to, you know, carry like a bigger tripod to use as like a weapon?
A tripod is a weapon. It's hilarious.
I have like one behind us right now. I have this one. Like I'm like, you know what? If someone tries me today, I'm
You're
really,
ready.
I'm so ready. Just girly thing.
Yes.
But truly, it's like wild because you have to like. You're already overthinking everything when you're walking, but then even like just when you're shooting content, sometimes I do it by myself. It's therapeutic, but you always have your guard up.
Yeah, always, constantly. Do you ever feel like nervous doing content in person, like in front of people? I always do. I'm gonna turn that on. Hold on.
Okay, we're back. This always is like, oh, it's been 20 minutes. You're right, like really yapping. Like, yeah.
I'm a yapper. It's fine.
Yeah. But I know we love to this and yap up in here. That's the beauty of this podcast. But yeah, I mean, the only time I'll get nervous now, I've found key prime time to shoot content in Soho is like 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Nobody is up. You might catch like Meredith Duxbury walking her dogs or something.
True.
And, you know, and it's like, I feel like, and you'll run into like the most random people too. I was shooting content with my friend over like the summer and I had hit my 100th outfit. I was like really trying to pack it in. And I ran into Maria from The Bachelor.
No way.
I swear to God.
Randomly.
I was such a dummy. I was like, oh my gosh, that looks just like her. And I said it so loudly. Like
she's like, that's me.
She ran across the street. We have like the cutest little video together. She was so nice. And it's like, you know, I think obviously it's fun to shoot with friends, but then that's also the fun part. Like when I'm shooting alone and like I'll go take myself to lunch or whatnot, like I ran into Hallie. I was with my friend having lunch, she was with her friends, and that's the other fun part. Like, you would think because of everyone having these like big followings, they'd be like a certain way. I think I've met people with bigger followings be like nicer and more genuine than I have certain other creators.
Yeah, no,
that's a whole
I've
other
had that
episode.
I've had that also. It's like, I don't know why, like, the people with the bigger like following, they're so nice, but then the people with the smaller following, sometimes they have a bigger ego. I don't know, maybe it's insecurity.
Probably, honestly. I mean, and that's the thing. I think I've just been through so much in the past few years of growing this business, but also just like becoming a grown full adult. I think once I hit 25 and the full frontal lobe like fully came in, I was like, oh my gosh, like nothing's that deep.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I mean, it's truly like wild because I was on my flight home from Paris and none other than Ashley Graham was on my flight, and we start yapping, and she said it rightfully. She was like, you know, there's room for all of us.
Exactly.
You know, and especially in the fashion industry.
Yeah, that is beautiful to think about. I feel like people think it's such limited and it's oversaturated. It's not. It's not at all. Like, there's room for everyone. There's enough followers for everyone. There's enough money for everyone. Everyone has their own right to be successful.
Yeah, no, truly. And it's especially with brands like yours where it's genuine, like, you're such a good person, and it's like just the energy, but also like what you're doing for your brand of inclusivity, but then also like with the environment. I think fast fashion is unfortunate, but it's just like, it's what's on, you know, Prince Street is you're gonna find Addicted, and you're gonna find certain brands that are just really fast fashion, and we love it, but we want something sustainable that's going to save really cute turtles.
Yes. I think that not everyone has to be perfect with sustainability, but as long as you're like trying and you mix in a lot of like a couple sustainable pieces here and there, I think that's where the world is going to have a lot of success if everyone is a little bit more conscious about it.
Yeah, no, truly. I think it's being conscious and being kind is like the perfect combination for really like any business. But I think just having that genuineness behind you of, you know, it's not easy. I think also just being like a female founder in this day and age, it's
hard out here. It's tough out here, guys.
No,
but it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's really rewarding.
Absolutely, it's so rewarding, especially the girls that I've met and the models and everyone from TikTok and just everything from swim weeks. It's just like I meet all these amazing girls that are doing the most cool things in the world, and I'm just like, I love to keep in touch with them, and that's really what I live for at the end of the day, is meeting all these amazing women.
Yeah, no, truly. Sorry, I was just checking this is all good, but yeah, no, truly, it's, you make those relationships. Like, I didn't even think Swim Week, the Miami Swim Week, it's like the biggest. I know Alex Earl had her debut, and just seeing, again, even the diversity that's there, I think it's so awesome because, you know, sometimes we all grew up in a different era. For everyone listening, was, you know, some people are younger, some people are older. I grew up towards like the Tumblr era.
Yeah, me
where,
too. Yes.
Oh gosh, where it was like, you know, body image was something, and it always has been a struggle for me. I know we all wake up feeling certain ways certain days, but that's why I think, going back to what you said in the beginning, of just like having that positive attitude of like, if I think good things will come.
Exactly. The more good you put out in the world, the more good you will receive, I think.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I truly believe in karma and just like good vibes and everything like that. So I love that. And I think on that note, we can tie into our last question. Alrighty, batteries are changed. We've done this
We're back.
for the 100th time. Okay, so hard-hitting question. What is your grateful purpose?
My grateful purpose is to just put out positive energy every single day. I want to wake up every single day and make it known to people that it's okay. Like, even on your bad days, everything's going to be all right. You will get through it. And it's honestly like, life is tough sometimes, and knowing that there's people in the world that are kind, I just want to be that person for a lot of people in the world.
Yeah, no, I love it. And I think that's honestly one of my like favorite from so far for this season, because I really think, when it comes to people's grateful purpose, its true purpose is to really help people, and just, that's, similar to my grateful purpose. And I think everyone's really does end up resonating back to whether it's helping themselves or helping others, because I always say if you don't have a good mindset, it's a bad domino effect that, you can't help others, and you can't help any of the surrounding situations around yourself. But especially just having a positive attitude, especially, like you said, with all the chaos and crazy things going on, both social media and then just in the world and everything. It's so important to just have the healthy relationship with your mindset, for sure.
Exactly. I think it takes more energy to be an awful person and unkind than it does to just be kind to other people.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, and that's what I said earlier too. It's like, I think it just takes more out of someone to be rude and unkind. It's like, I was kind of raised with those morals of like, if you don't have anything kind to say, don't say anything at all.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's like our parents knew. It's like, that it's hard sometimes, of course, there's certain scenarios where you gotta kind of show a little attitude or do what you gotta do. But, when it comes to just like daily life, it's so easy to get wrapped up in like the negativity and the awful headspace. But I think, especially being a business owner, content creator, and everything, it's so, so important to just be like, what? I have a wonderful business. I have, different social media communities that you're making such an amazing impact on. I know I seriously, whenever I see all your posts, I'm like, oh my God, I'm totally reposting that. Like, why not like have a great day and just be positive?
Exactly. That's what I'm here for.
I love it. No, it's absolutely incredible. And I love it. And that is really one of my favorite grateful purposes of this series so far. I really think it's so important to just have that positive mindset, even when, we wake up and we're like, heck no. But I think I've always believed in faking it till you make it.
Yes, absolutely. That is what I live by, is just fake it till you make it. Even if you don't want to get out of bed, girl. It's going to make you feel so much better.
Yeah, no, I mean, go for a walk with your friends, go to a workout class, even just, I feel like putting a little lemon slice in your water and you're good to go.
Exactly.
I love it. Well, Paige, thank you so much for coming on the
Thank you for
Grateful Purpose
having
podcast.
me.
Of course. I'm going to link all of Paige's stuff down below, all of her TikToks and her Instagram, and all of your links to all your cute bikinis and
Thank
stuff.
you.
I'm so excited, and I will talk to you guys in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye guys.